Disclaimer: the information shared on this podcast is intended for educational and inspirational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. We are not licensed therapists, counselors, or medical professionals, and the content shared here should not be taken as mental health, medical, legal, or financial advice. Always consult with a qualified professional regarding any mental health, emotional, or personal development issues you may be facing. Listening to this podcast does not create a professional relationship. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not represent any official organizations or affiliations. While we aim to offer support and encouragement, your personal growth journey is your own, and you are responsible for any decisions or actions you take based on the content of this podcast. Listener discretion is advised for sensitive topics. Thank you for joining us, and remember you're not alone on this journey.
Universe of you.
We took a break, we lived life, we learned things the hard way,
And now we're back, here to serve opinions
Perspective.
and just a little bit of chaos.
This season is Dia and Arya's 2 cents. So, Arya, how many friends do you think one should have?
Honestly, I'm kind of mixed on that answer
Okay.
because I genuinely enjoy so much when we have like a huge group of friends and we're having so much fun together and it is so chaotic. Like that chaos energy is something I thrive in.
Okay.
But then at the end of the day, maybe I would more lean towards having that one best friend or two best friends who are gonna stay the night, help me clean up after that chaos that happened.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely like a big group to actually have fun and enjoy life and make memories and have those moments. But then 2 or 3 who
Close
actually walk the whole path of life with you.
Okay. So, like a big friend group, but a small group within that?
I don't think so that there should be a mini group within the group because then that, causes a drift or something that, yeah,
We
we've
can
experienced.
speak an experience over here.
Yeah, but more so like you honor and respect the group that exists,
Yeah.
but then there will always I don't think it's possible for like the whole big group of 10 people to walk the path of life with you because everybody has their own pathways that they gotta take.
Yeah.
But then I'm assuming there would be at least 1 or 2 who would walk
Align with you?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I would say.
So let's talk about big friend groups versus small friend groups. For me, I believe small friend groups are always nicer because I've always been around a small friend group, and it's comfortable,
Yeah.
it's your people. And not gonna lie, I think since my very kindergarten, I've only had like 2 friends who have been around me until uni started,
That
and
is
we
so
are
cute.
still really great friends.
Mashallah,
So that's like my tiny little friend group, I can say. That's what, no matter what, we're gonna stick around, be with each other no matter how many new friends we get.
Yeah.
But obviously, I like being experienced in a big friend group.
Yeah.
I think when it was my first year in uni is when I had my big friend group experience where we had more than like 12, I think. I don't remember.
That is crazy.
I think, but more than like 10, 12 people are in that group, and it was an experience, I can say.
Yeah.
It was something I learned
Yeah.
a lot of lessons from.
And it was fun.
It was fun.
It did give us a lot of lessons, but it was definitely fun.
Okay. No, but again, big friend groups, what happens is usually what I've noticed is there's always mini friend groups within that, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 people together, 3 people together, or like groups into two sides. I don't know.
Yeah. I hate that about big friend groups.
I mean, I get it if you want to be more closer to one person, but it's one big group, right?
Yeah.
I believe everyone's supposed to be with each other and hang out together and not like, hang out in groups.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's more so like when you're with the group, you make sure that personal bias does not show through. But then obviously if you want to plan an individual hangout with one of the people of the group, you absolutely should, because it's absolutely fair for you to have a person that you prefer more over the rest of the people of the group. That's absolutely legitimate and fair. But then when it's a group setting, you
Mhm.
shouldn't let that bias show.
Yeah, because then it affects like the other person as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
They end up thinking, oh, am I not like a good friend?
Absolutely.
And I think in smaller friend groups again, because you spend more time with like the 1, 2, 3 people around
Mhm.
you know a lot more about
Yeah,
them.
you're closer.
You're more closer, you know things they like, dislike, and you can better, what do you say, align with them.
Yeah.
In terms of goals,
Mhm.
hangouts, I don't know, everything you guys do. But with bigger friend groups, I feel everyone has their own
Yeah.
preferences, and
Mhm.
everyone doesn't speak to everyone. Then it
That is a big
becomes
problem.
a
Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
It's awkward sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if there's like a minor inconvenience between like say two people
Yeah.
of the group, and then now the entire group has to split into
Yeah,
two
they like
halves.
take sides.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
and it's a war, internal war, and I
Exactly.
hate wars.
Same. And not just that, even planning a hangout then becomes such a hassle
Yeah.
because you have to take into account the schedules of
Oh
12,
Lord,
15
don't.
people.
Yeah, that's literally I think the biggest drawbacks of a big group.
Yeah.
When everyone has their own schedules, when everyone's working, has uni, has everything to do in life,
Yeah.
and you wanna meet.
Exactly.
And coming down to one schedule is the most difficult
You
thing.
have to plan like a month in advance.
Oh dude, like I kid you not, we used to plan 3 months in advance for
Yeah.
birthdays.
Oh my god.
And we were like, okay, everyone has to make at any cost. This is the only day we can find that's
Yeah.
common for everyone.
Exactly. Like especially if it's like more university or work settings,
Yeah.
because like everybody has different classes or
Mhm.
different work days or whatever.
Yeah.
In school it was much easier because everybody had the same
Same
days,
routine.
same time.
Yeah.
But with university, we get to pick our own classes, and especially if your friends are in different majors. Oh,
Lord.
god.
We know Arya and I remain in campus throughout the day, but we don't see each other because our classes, mine starts, hers ends.
This is what's happening this trimester specifically.
I
has-
hate it.
She has two classes in the morning. Okay, I come to uni at around like 12ish. Her class starts at 12:30. It ends at 2:30. Mine starts exactly at 2:30. Okay. Mine ends at 2:30. Her next class starts at 4:30. Oh my god, and it ends at 6:30. 6:30 is when I have to head home.
So basically, we are
On
on
campus
campus,
the
but
whole day.
we don't see each other
At all.
And like, how does that work? I don't get it. Like, uni perfectly planned our days out to be like the same day, but you guys
You
suffer.
cannot meet.
Suffer. They're like, enough of you guys. You have done too many TikToks in the group.
In the classroom.
In the classroom. Oh god.
Oh my god.
No, but it's fun. With big groups again, you can plan like better outings like camping,
Yeah.
staycations. It's fun.
Oh, it's
then.
so fun. It's so chaotic.
It is. I love the chaos sometimes. It's fun. It's fun
I
when
swear to
everyone
God.
does when everyone takes it as a
Joke and like is chill about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because people end up taking certain things personally and feel like, oh, we're attacking them with
No, we're not. We're literally
Ahem.
just joking.
yeah.
Yeah. And one more thing for like big groups, what happens is sometimes you don't want to do something and then you kind of feel like you have to do because of the peer pressure.
Yeah, and don't feel left out. You want to fit in
Yeah,
the group.
exactly. You're like, oh, if I don't do it, I'm gonna be left out from the group, and then you kind
Yeah.
of like feel bad.
Even if no one says it to you, but in your head back end, you are like
Yeah,
just going on like,
exactly.
oh no, I need to. Otherwise, they'll think that I don't want to be a part of this group.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know the worst possible thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of like then links into like people pleasing behavior.
Oh Lord.
And then we do not appreciate that here. Like, no people pleasing behavior, please.
no, you need to like cut people who continuously cut you.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are restricting your progress.
Yeah. And like, if there's anybody in the group who's even slightly negative or whatever, it can bring the whole group's vibe down. And like,
yeah.
trust me, it just takes that one singular person in the group to like
Mhm.
ruin the whole group's vibe.
And the group can fall apart.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just imagine you're at a hangout, like, say you're camping out late
Yeah.
at night and everybody is chill and having fun and blah, blah, blah. And just one person decides to say something, I don't know, sad, or like they think it's like poetic saying it at a campsite or whatever. But then, like,
Mhm.
now you've made the entire group setting
Yeah.
sad. Like, we're here to enjoy.
Yeah, like don't like just don't, dude.
Yeah.
Go with the flow, I would say. With big groups, you need to I would say everyone has to make some sacrifices
Yeah.
so that everyone's on the same page
Yeah.
and they can have fun, especially on hangouts where one doesn't
Exactly.
want to go but one wants to go.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
in that terms, I think smaller groups are much better because you're like less people, you can come down.
Coordinating is easier.
Yeah, and finding schedules as well.
Yeah, and then I genuinely feel like in smaller groups, it's easy to depend
Yeah.
on each other because again, it's just you and then those one or two
More
other
people,
people.
yeah.
So it's easier to call them up and be like, hey, can we like meet? I really need you or whatever.
Yeah.
But then if it's like a big group, it's like, okay, which one
Who
do I call?
Yeah.
Okay, is this one free? Is that one available? Oh, this one was having an argument with this person
Yeah.
the
And
other day.
if I tell this to person A, they'll go tell person B.
Yeah.
It's a lot to think about. And especially I feel like when you outgrow your high school era, I would say,
Yeah.
life changes. And
Mhm.
you gotta like balance friendships, like old friendships from schools or
Mhm.
from, I don't know, tuitions. And then you get into
I never
university.
had tuition, so I can't
Neither
relate
did
to that.
I, but like, I mean, I hope someone did, guys. Please
Yeah.
go to tuition. I don't know. No, but yeah, like school friends or like non-academic friends.
Like sports academy, if you guys ever went to and then you make friends over there.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
when you come to uni, you have uni friends, and if you start working, you have your work colleagues or
Yeah.
like work friends. Then you gotta balance between meeting
Also.
everyone
Yeah.
and like making sure that your friendship is like well
Balanced
maintained.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a very big fan of low maintenance friendships.
Yeah.
Considering how life has taken a good turn
Mhm.
in the past few years,
Yeah.
I appreciate people who are also low maintained and I keep them really close to me too. If you're really, really high maintained, you need to understand the other person doesn't have so much to give you either.
Absolutely. With this low maintenance, I do have one question to ask you. A lot of the time, what happens is when it comes to low maintenance, people might take it for granted or not put in efforts and then just call it
Low
low maintenance. What's your opinion on that?
Well, low maintenance has different meanings for different friend buddies, and I think it's always nice that if you communicate with your friend in terms of what is low maintenance for
Yeah.
you. So, for let's say you and me, if we don't speak for like a couple of days or months, and then we come, which is not happening by the way, but like,
Yeah, we've never not talked to each
Yeah.
other for longer than
okay,
3
let's
days.
take another example. Me and my other friend from university, we usually don't text a lot, but when we meet, it doesn't affect our friendship, Like,
Yeah.
the bonds remains the same despite if we didn't meet for like 2 months or 3 months. Like I went for a long break for 3 months, but when I came back, it was all normal with her.
Yeah.
There was nothing of a drift or a distance
Yeah.
between us. That's low maintenance, I would say. That's not something she's asking. And on the other hand, I had another friend who kept on texting me every single day and night, telling me, update me about your day. What did you do today? I get
That's
the
like
concern.
too much
But then-
demanding.
Yeah. And if I'm on the other side of the earth, our time difference is really
Yeah.
big. Like it's a big 8 hours gap.
Yeah, crazy.
And I don't want to stay up just because I want to speak to her
Yeah, I
at that
get
moment
that.
because I'm tired too. I want
Yeah.
to sleep. And I'm okay to speak in the morning.
Yeah.
But then it's early morning here, right? So
Yeah.
time, that's
Yeah,
the big
yeah, yeah.
gap. And she just argued with me on that, oh, like, you don't want to remain friends with me. You found new friends. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even in the country.
Yeah.
That was like, she called it low maintenance, saying that she's just asking me for an update. Well, for me, it was like really demanding.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to, I don't know, we spoke about it and came down to a conclusion. And she changed her behavior towards me. And,
That's
and I'm
good.
glad that
Yeah,
that
that's
one
good.
communication fixed a lot in our friendship.
Yeah. I think what happens with low maintenance is that people think that, oh, just because you don't offer something to your friends, the friendship will still remain blah 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 due to XYZ reasons. But it's, to me, what I would say is like, even if you're gone for XYZ amount of periods, say you were gone for 3 months for vacation or
Yeah.
whatever, say somebody else has been off for personal reasons or work reasons or whatever, but then when you meet the person, you still bring something
Yeah.
for them. You make sure they have a good time. You
Yeah.
don't forget their birthdays. You send over things to their house for important days. You just buy them coffee just because type of
Why
things.
not? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, even though you were gone, you still put in the efforts into that friendship whenever you do actually meet. That is what I believe a low maintenance friendship is. And also, even when you're gone, you still do put an effort to like randomly just check up on the
Yeah.
person every once in a while and be like, hey, just checking up on you. I hope you're good. I
Yeah.
hope everything's
Enjoy your
fine.
time.
Yeah, if you need anything, I'm still here.
Yeah. That's still nice. you
Yeah.
know? So again, I think everyone has different forms of low maintenance
Mhm.
friendships, and I want to hear from you guys. What is your low maintenance friendship thing? I
Yeah.
want to really know about it. Like, let's explore more about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel social media friendships, again, we have spoken about this many times. Social media glorifies every single thing
Yeah.
possible on this planet,
Yeah.
and is so friendships included in that. And I think I've done this a lot of times where I send you reels which we will make when we
Yeah.
meet, which we end up never
Never
making.
doing.
Never making. But I enjoy sending it to you. Like,
Yeah,
spamming me,
exactly.
like, okay, once upon a time we may do it, we may not do it. But guys, social media friendships.
Online friendships, you mean?
Yeah. Long distance friendships.
Uh-huh.
Especially when they're online,
Yeah.
is difficult.
It
But
is.
it's not impossible.
Absolutely.
I can proudly say I have one and only successful online long distance friendship.
Same.
And I am so happy that she's in my life. And
Same.
we always say one day, for the day we meet. But I hope that one day comes soon.
Same. I miss her so much.
That's cute. But
Yeah.
I would love, like, imagine all your friends under the same roof.
I wish. I wish.
I wouldn't wish
so bad.
that.
Why?
All my friends from all different aspects of my life together in one group, in one room, sorry.
My only inner circle is fine. That is
Not
like
inner, no, like friends.
all of them absolutely
Yeah.
not. But then my inner circle, that is you,
Yeah.
her, and you know who else.
Yeah.
So like these people in one room is fine.
Yeah.
3 to
But-
4 people, that's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Are you talking about the whole group?
Um.
Are you talking about like every single person in one room?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That is a bad kind of no. We are not doing that. Never. I got that too late.
That's
like,
why I'm like, dude, why did you disagree? I'm like, aren't you on the same page on that?
no, I meant like the actual
know, I
people
know.
I picked,
I
the
know.
one from each
Yeah,
phase of lifetime.
No. I mean,
Every single
Uh,
friend I've ever made, no. If that happens, guys,
I'm running away.
that
I'm
is World War
walking-
IV.
I'm walking away. And from walking away, I would like to mention that point that, especially when you're in a big friend groups, you always feel like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Comparing yourself to the other
I
person.
hate that.
And let's say, for example, someone is on a low frequency and
Mm-hmm.
they will also like kind of drag you down so that you match
Yeah.
their level.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Not the nicest thing to do.
Yeah.
Anyone, if someone else is doing better than you, appreciate it.
Exactly.
Look good. Like,
Look up to them.
look up to them. Pray good for them.
Yeah.
Wish for their success. But
Exactly.
don't drag them down. I'm pretty sure
Exactly.
they'll be ready to help you to
Absolutely.
achieve whatever you want
Yeah.
to.
Ask them for guidance, so you
Yeah.
can improve yourself. You can climb up to their level
Yeah.
too.
Don't drag anyone down. Not even
Yeah.
just a friend, but anyone you meet. Like,
Absolutely.
I feel everyone in this world is supposed to be respected, regardless of their job, their
Exactly.
title, their position, whoever it is. They're meant to be respected.
Yeah.
And when it comes to friends, it's really easy for people to disrespect someone in a
Yeah.
joking
I
way.
don't like that at all.
And people should know their limits.
Yeah.
There's a limit to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And until and unless you're not great friends with them and you take every sarcastic joke as a joke,
Yeah.
then it's okay.
Yeah.
But when it's affecting you, you need to start telling them that,
Yeah,
hey, I
exactly.
think it's enough. It's going way beyond my limits right now.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody is going to have different limits for how much they tolerate.
Yeah.
And even if you understand that, oh, that person is just like a sarcastic person, like, for example, Chandler. Do you know Chandler from the show Friends?
I don't watch Friends actually.
You should watch
No hate, guys, please. I didn't have Netflix back then. Now that I do, I don't have time.
No, but Friends is such a genuinely good show, and it teaches you so much about what a friendship should
That's
like,
why it
what
says
an
friends.
actual effortless friendship
Uh-huh.
looks like. So you definitely give it a watch.
I will.
But in that, there's a character, Chandler, who is very, very sarcastic, and his response to anything and everything is sarcasm.
Okay, I think
And,
I've
like,
seen memes.
There is an actual line that he says, I'm not really good at the advice part. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment when his friend came to him with a problem?
Dude, if someone says that to me when I'm in a deep problem, I would have smack you.
I swear to God, Rachel was about to.
Okay, like, you're supposed to help me. Don't give me a sarcastic comment.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the friend group is okay
Mhm.
with it because they understand that is who he is
Yeah, that's his
as a
personality.
person. Yeah, but then obviously when it goes behind a point, they do clock him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it's supposed to be. You let the person be their funny, sarcastic self, but then once it crosses a limit,
You let them
you let them know, and then they also then pull back
Mhm.
a little bit without like fully changing their personality
Yeah.
due to one comment, but then just moderate it to a level that you can handle.
Yeah. And with that, I would say that you cannot demand respect from someone, but you can definitely extract yourself from situations in which you're not respected.
Yeah,
Like, let that sink in. Like, I would never tolerate disrespect
absolutely.
from anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay to speak to you properly, but do not like disrespect
Yeah.
anyone. And with that, even like, walking away from friendships comes from disrespect. And when you're not able to maintain things, I would say,
Yeah.
when you feel like, oh, it's just one sided
Yeah.
personal decision one has to make,
Mm-hmm.
where you decide, okay, it's enough. Like, I think I need to walk off. Like,
Yeah.
I've done my part in their life,
Yeah.
and now it's just time to move on.
Yeah.
So, again, it's not selfish or like a sign of weakness to distance yourself or like walk away from people who bring down your vibe.
Yeah.
And again, life is about balance, right? So, it's about spreading kindness, but it's also not about letting anyone take that kindness away from you.
Or for granted.
Yeah.
And it's okay to move away from the people that once were your friends. You outgrow friendship,
Yeah.
and that is normal. And a lot of the times, you will be made villain for that, and maybe the other person would never understand your
Mhm.
reasoning for why you walked away.
Yeah.
But that is okay because you have served your purpose
Yeah.
in that friendship, and then there's a greater thing calling to you.
Mhm.
So go chase it.
Yeah, and I think with what I have seen, a lot of friendships which have broken in front of my eyes have happened because of money involved in it.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Personally, I don't like involving money into any relation I am into.
Same.
Like, be it with my parents, with my friends, with anyone.
Yeah.
I like to keep it clear. That's how I've just been like.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different relation with money and different relation with friends,
Yeah,
family,
exactly.
and everyone else. And with friends, like when we are going out, I don't mind paying for my friends.
Same.
And a lot of times I feel the connection me and Arya have is when we go out, one day I pay, next day she pays.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't keep a track of like, oh, like,
who was paid, how much
Yeah.
is paid. Like, it's okay. Chill.
I need to pay her. Like, no, I don't do that with her. But with certain people, I like to maintain that.
Yeah, I
that-
agree with you.
Okay, let's split it.
Yeah.
We have gone out, we spend this much, we
Yeah.
spend 50, okay, it's 25 per head.
Yeah.
But with certain people, like, I just love it. Like, I don't really want to keep a track of money.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't mind spending on some people.
Exactly.
But I feel it's always nice to keep money away from relations. But what's your take on
Absolutely.
that?
I kind of agree with that, but then I am more so leaning towards a point where like I love spending
Yeah.
on my friends regardless of whether we're splitting or not. Like, I'm getting the bill. That's just how I was raised.
Yeah.
Like, I will always pay, and I don't like it when like people are like paying me back or like
Yeah.
splitting it, because like, guys, let me just tap the card and get it over with.
Oh.
Stop with the math.
I know. I've seen people fight, over like those
Yeah.
cards. That's something me and my friends do because we end up. But then we came down to a settlement that, okay, I pay once, you pay the
Yeah,
next time.
exactly.
That's always nicer. But again, I don't mind paying down for people, but when the other person like will not show any effort back into the friendship,
Yeah.
and I continuously keep on paying for everything we do,
I have been used like that before.
I am sorry, I'm not your sugar daddy. I'm not gonna
I
pay
have
for
been.
everything. I am meant to keep my money to me so that I can save it, I can spend it.
Spend it or invest it.
You never know, right? That's my
Yeah.
decision with my money.
Yeah, exactly. And the same thing happens with like big hangouts also when it comes
Oh,
to the whole planning or like the spending part. Like,
Yeah.
you spend so much. Like, guys, we all seriously need to know how to manage
Mhm.
money a bit better.
Financial literacy is a need.
Yes. But more on that on the next episode, so stay tuned.
Remember, there's no right way to live your life.
Just your way.
So choose boldly
Live fully.
and trust yourself a little more.
We've got your back.